you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But you know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I prefer to be prepared.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten...
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't, though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true
A sad old man doesn't work.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice...
You're the...
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the...
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law in anything else...
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he...
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt on... Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Night falls quickly here. And I want to be able...
I'll go with you. If only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Someone is using the fireplace. I suppose that this is where old Winchester lives. Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine what...
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the...
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect this...
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave. Poor kid. I'll have to find another entrance. This entrance is still in use.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean!
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Sarah Hawkins' father sent me here to investigate the death of his daughter.
Webster, huh? I understand how he feels, but me? I want the dead to rest in peace. And that means...
Why would you not want me to help understand what...
I've got nothing to hide. Tell... and no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked. And I make sure...
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye...
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you... Go on, then.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion. The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. Bourbon. Empty, of course. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes. I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
Piers, shall we enter?
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you. Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me? What kind of meat is this? This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here, smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Sarah Hawkins painted herself with her son, Simon, ready to go somewhere, but without Charles. Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way. Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer? They seem happy, but Charles is already looking off into the future. His marriage just a stop along the way. Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? stop at the time of the fire. Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? They had a fight. Why? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How? Did someone escape the fire? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident. I think the Hawkins...
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
This door is locked. These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose? The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty. This door is blocked from the outside. An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for... Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess. This place was falling apart long before the fire. There's something disturbing about this painting. "20,000 Leagues Under the Sea." Another story about the mysteries of the deep. The crowbar could prove useful. What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police? Locked. The boys' room. The argument that led to their tragic end seems to have been simmering for some time. A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer, Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before. Sleeping pills. Strong. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him. What will her room reveal about her? Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment. A barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Fuller. That's a massive dose. Was Sarah violent? This padlock is too complicated for me. It's no use. The padlock won't give. It's no use. The padlock won't give. This door is locked. Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve? This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold. It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other. The door is blocked on the other side. Bradley? Is that you? Is anyone there? Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
I'll cover you.
This door was closed earlier. Where did he go? They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips.
Do you really think that your fugitive came in here? I don't see any way out.
It looks like an old seaway map. Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well. I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins. It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. As if the bookcase has been moved several times. This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism. Doesn't work. Seems like this came from a log. There must be a link with the Seaway map. This Dr. Fuller, was he Sarah Hawkins' therapist? Looks like the navigational paths described in the log. Doesn't work. I must have missed something. This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism. With this, I should be able to force...
Well done, Pierce. Secret passage, under the manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah. And he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must... 3 seats.
Look. Someone's been here recently.
Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others? What is this mask supposed to represent? Did Charles Hawkins hide something in this chest? This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress. Sarah Hawkins. Was she hiding from someone? Whoever was sitting here could have seen Sarah Hawkins. Could this be related to her death? This padlock is too complicated for me. Of course.
There's tunnels all over this island. Given the size of this cave, there's gotta be other entrances.
The passage continues further down. Might as well start with that.
I ain't gonna squeeze in there. I'll find another way. If possible...
Fine, fine. Go look for... These paintings must be several centuries old. This monstrous creature must be an allegory. These people lying down, are they dead? Are they asleep? These buildings seem to have come out of the water. Time has weakened these structures. I don't have time to search them all. It looks like animal oil, but certainly not whale. What's going on here?
Piers!
Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
Good God. What have you got me into?
We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
Mass grave. A table for sacrifice? I gotta... I can't breathe. What's happening? No, damn it! I must find a way out of here. Is it my turn?
Yes, it is time. You will soon be one of us, if your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
It's like in my dream. It seems to have been used recently. Probably some sort of ritual. I can't read Latin.
You who sleeps, accept this dream under your immortal wing.
Ya Cthulhu Nithsiha Fitagan.
Grant him your flesh and accept his, so that his body and yours may be one.
Yibithink Hupadk Cthulhu Bithinkor.
Locked.
Grant him your mind and accept his, so that his mind and yours may be one.
Yeloig Hupadk Cthulhu Loigna.
Grant him your dreams and accept his, so that the paths of your souls finally intertwine.
Yor El Cthulhu Kashag.
Let his soul guide you to us, just as your dreams guided it to you.
Yor El Cthulhu Bogshug.
Let your dreamers open the way, so that the day finally comes when you will awaken.
I feel him.
You are gifted indeed.
Bring me more.
Let him pass through every part of you.
All you who sleep, we pray for your return into the kingdom of the
Dead?
earth.
This ritual killed him. Where's the sense in that?
We are ready for the ceremony. What a...
Cthulhu, Lenalaf, Kleel nog slag rele, Gorkanira. Sigov en Apatach die gif, Christel bas Natulu, Lenalaf, Kleel nog slag rele, Gorkanira. Sigov en Apatach die gif, Christel bas Natulu.
Bradley, what are you doing here? I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good. What in the world is this?
An intruder!
Oh, shit! Don't move! Police! Don't move! I won't hesitate!
Bradley, get
to
back!
shoot.
Get back!
You asked for it! Charles, you shouldn't have seen this.
In. I need to get out of here. My leg! Light. At last.
He's having a seizure.
Woman's alive. Strong subject.
There, he's opening his eyes.
I saved him for I can't get up.
Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps!
Whoa! Go easy, my friend.
You were dead. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too, we were dead! What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No! What happened to me? Where am I?
Mr. Sanders, you have to come with us.
No, please. I can't leave here.
You've got no choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
You don't understand. If I go out, he'll see me. No, no!
You're leaving this cell.
Please. I don't want him to find me.
Tracked and hunted me, pursued me right into their dreams. They swooped all over their maps in the wake of my lonely wanderings. No sea is dark enough to hide the color of my blood. Strong enough to scatter my dreams. When the last of them rises up, you will choose. I will not be here to bear witness to it, because you will have released me. But the earth will resound to your cries, or theirs. Awake and free me.
You there. Wake up. Come on, stand up. We don't have much time. Can you stand up?
Who are you?
A friend of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
Wait a minute. What's going on here?
I would really like to know. I only see them when they are brought up for problems they didn't have before going downstairs. But this is neither that we must not stay here. There are 2 men. I shall try to distract them. And get it. All you need to do is to follow me.
Understood. What does this mean? Am I in an asylum? Sarah. What did he write about the painting? Why the strange symbol repeated over and over? This is no medicine. Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors. If I don't get out of here, I'll end up like him. Poor wretch.
Dr. Colden, I would like to say that I'm surprised to see you, but we all know that your curiosity will be your ruin.
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep them in this terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them. As for you, gentlemen, do not disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those 2 myself.
I told you not to let her come down. I know. You'll do it again and I'll report you. All right. I know.
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm gonna see if there's sleeping pills left. They've run out again upstairs.
Put a few aside
Locked.
for me, will you? And above all, leave the wheels where they are.
If I walk, I do not stop. If I do not stop, he does not catch me. If he does not catch me, I do not sleep. If I do not
Get
I do
me
not sleep.
out! Don't let me sleep in here.
What is welling up inside me? I feel it in my head and in my body. He roars and swells and has the strength of oceans. Its waves
rise and crash, leaving behind them only a trail of white, nourishing foam. He is my master. He enters me. Yes, 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 yes.
That's the problem. I don't know what this date is.
I bet there's no longer any priests on Darkwater.
Eat it. They must know that it is not good. There.
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those two myself.
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valve.
If I do not stop, he does not catch me. If he does not catch me, I do not...
What is welling up inside me? I feel it in my head and in my body. He roars and swells.
I bet there's no longer any priests on Darkwater.
6, 4, 5. Just got a few days to go. That's it. My dad.
You. Yeah, you there. Come here. I don't know what you're doing there, but you don't see...
What do you want?
Sleep. That's all. No. If you...
You want...
Yeah.
You'll draw...
So...
I'll find you...
Go look in the storage room. There must...
What carnage.
I think we got a walker. Come on, show yourself. Hey!
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those two myself.
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
Good God. What could this machine be used for? What is going on here? This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity. Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine? The corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs? Worse and worse. What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation? Vats of rotten flesh? An elaborate electrical system? Like a dumb pulp novel. Do the cops know what's going on? Have I activated anything? It's an ammeter. I didn't expect to see one on this little rock. It's done. Now for the others.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I bet there's no longer any priests on Darkwater.
What is welling up inside? I feel it in my head and in my body. It roars and swells and has freedom. Of white nourishing bone. He is my master. It is me. Yes.
You. Yeah, you there.
What do you want?
No,
You want?
yeah.
You'll draw.
So.
If I find.
Don't.
The green gas leaves from here, and it runs through the whole building. This padlock is too complicated for me. This valve controls the pressure. The control wheel is missing. It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands. The duct. It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands. The control wheel is missing. It's locked. This padlock is too complicated for me. It's no use. The padlock won't give. It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands. The door is blocked on the other side. Theoretically, I've only got one lever to push. This lever must turn on the gas machine. There's nothing happening. It's no use. The padlock won't give. Where do they keep their sleeping pills? My new friend's sleeping pill. Scopolamine, morphine, opium. Nothing but common drugs. With these chains on your wrist, you can't escape. door is blocked on the other side.
Get me out! Don't let me sleep in here.
I've got what you want. There. And remember...
Don't you worry, you'll have your diversion. Go on now, go on. The crows! They're everywhere! Make them go away!
I could use this control wheel to turn the valve I saw. What carnage! All the levers are activated. Now for the next step. There's nothing happening. There's nothing happening. That should draw the attention of the guards. I should hide.
Damn it.
Doctor, is that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want him. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. No, don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Chandler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
No! Sanders! What the hell? I gotta...
Okay.
This is insane. What killed him? Damn! The gas! Oh, my head.
Later. We need to move on.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Precisely why I'll find evidence. You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day's only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the Force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, and chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on...
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered...
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what...
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor then, The rest is quite blurred.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital. And called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
I found a Darkwater PD badge. Lost a colleague recently?
What the...
Bradley.
Ethan?
I'm all right. I just had a... It's gone. If it's important, it'll come back. But I can't explain why Dr. Fuller would have that badge.
The man's a danger, believe me.
What can we do, Pierce?
I met a Francis Sanders.
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him...
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what...
What? How did he...
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there.
Of what do you...
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's...
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering. But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not...
That seems wise indeed.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here.
You know each other?
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you, but...
You're investigating Francis' death. Why?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a...
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire...
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he... You...